Welcome to today's video on medical debt scams that often appear during hospital bankruptcies, mergers, or acquisitions. First, we'll outline why these scams surge during organizational transitions. Then, we'll walk through the golden rule and practical steps to confirm any bill's legitimacy. Finally, we'll test your knowledge with quick quizzes and leave you with a cheat sheet of key protections. Let's get started. Here's our roadmap. First, we'll explain the chaos around hospital transitions and why scammers strike then. Next, we'll cover the golden rule to avoid phishing and non-compliant collections. Then, we'll move into a clear, step-by-step checklist to protect yourself. After that, we'll explain who to call if billing lines fail and how to use your credit reports for verification. Finally, we'll reinforce the concepts with short quizzes and close with key takeaways. Before we proceed, please note this content is for educational purposes only and does not constitute legal or financial advice. Regulations can differ across jurisdictions, and your situation may require professional guidance. If you are dealing with a collection dispute or potential fraud, consider consulting a qualified consumer attorney, financial counselor, or your local consumer protection agency. Now, with that context in mind, let's examine how these scams work and how to protect yourself. During bankruptcies, acquisitions, or major system migrations, hospitals often experience record mismatches, delayed billing, and unresponsive departments. Scammers exploit this confusion by sending unexpected texts or emails demanding payment for old or even settled bills. The result is a perfect storm of urgency, confusion, and fear that pushes consumers to click unsafe links or pay fraudulent balances. Next, let's anchor ourselves with one principle that dramatically lowers your risk. If you receive a bill by text or email, do not click any links and do not call numbers provided in that message. Instead, independently navigate to the hospital's official patient portal you already use or know, log in, and check your balance there. If it shows a zero balance while you're receiving a digital demand, treat that as a red flag. If questions remain, call the hospital's main switchboard and ask to be transferred directly to finance or patient accounts rather than relying on any billing number inside the message. Document all steps and keep monitoring. Now, let's distinguish legitimate notices from scams. Legitimate communications align with what you see after logging into the hospital's confirmed patient portal, and their phone numbers match the hospital's official website. They typically include proper account or reference numbers and comply with validation rules. By contrast, scams often feature unknown links, mismatched balances, and pressure to pay immediately. They may avoid providing proper documentation or push you to bypass verification. With those differences in mind, let's turn this into a practical checklist you can follow step by step. Here is your compact action plan. First, verify your balance inside the official portal. Second, refuse to click links or call numbers from suspicious messages. Third, if you can't reach billing, go through the main hospital switchboard and ask for finance or patient accounts. Fourth, review your credit reports, because legitimate collections commonly appear there. Finally, if a collection agency contacts you, demand a written debt validation letter before acknowledging or paying anything. Next, we'll expand on each step so you know exactly how to execute. Begin by manually typing the hospital's known patient portal address and logging in. Check your balance and download or screenshot relevant statements if the billing department is unresponsive. A frequent issue during transitions. Call the main hospital switchboard and ask to be transferred to finance or patient accounts. Request confirmation of your account details and recent statements. If a collection agency reaches out, ask for a written debt validation letter before acknowledging any debt. Cross-verify all information with your saved records and the official portal. Continue monitoring your credit reports and dispute any inaccuracies promptly. Next, let's dive deeper into navigating unresponsive billing lines. During transitions, billing departments can be unreachable. When that happens, call the main hospital switchboard and request a transfer directly to finance or patient accounts. Ask for the representative's name, extension, and a reference number for your inquiry. If you reach voicemail or a roadblock, be persistent and try again later. Keep detailed notes of dates, times, and who you spoke with. This persistence often makes the difference between clarity and confusion. Now, to visualize your escalation path, let's map out who to contact and in what order. This mind map shows the core verification routes. Begin at the official portal to confirm your balance and capture copies of statements. If you need human confirmation, Use the main switchboard to reach finance or patient accounts and collect names and reference numbers. In parallel, check Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion to see if any new collection entries have appeared. If a collector is involved, request a formal debt validation letter and compare all details to the portal and your records. Now, let's place these actions on a timeline to understand the typical sequence. This timeline will visualize the journey from a suspicious digital bill to a fully verified outcome. It begins with a hospital announcement of bankruptcy or acquisition, followed by billing confusion. When a questionable text or email arrives, the user avoids clicking, logs into the official portal, and notes the balance. Next, the user calls the main switchboard to reach finance or patient accounts, and then checks all 3 credit reports. If a collector makes contact, the user requests a debt validation letter. The process concludes with resolution, either confirming it was a scam and documenting the incident, or validating a legitimate debt and paying through official, verified channels. Next, let's test your understanding with a quick quiz. Question: what is the golden rule when a medical bill arrives by text or email? Options are: A. Click the link to pay quickly. B. Verify through the official portal and do not click links. C. Call the number listed in the message. Or D. Ignore it completely. You may pause the video now to think about the answer. We will discuss the answer in the next section of the video. The correct answer is: verify through the official portal and do not click any links. Manually navigate to the hospital's known patient portal or call through the main switchboard to reach finance or patient accounts. This minimizes phishing risks and ensures you are relying on accurate records. Now, let's reinforce your calling strategy with another quick question. Question: if the dedicated billing line is unresponsive during a hospital transition, what is the best next step? Options: A. Wait a week. B. Pay the invoice to avoid late fees. C. Call the main switchboard and ask for finance or patient accounts. D. Reply to the email asking for a new link. You may pause the video now to think about the answer. We will discuss the answer in the next section of the video. The correct answer is to call the hospital's main switchboard and ask to be transferred to finance or patient accounts. This approach bypasses broken or overloaded billing lines and helps you reach verified staff who can confirm your balance. Next, let's crystallize the most important takeaways. These are your core defenses. First, always verify inside the official portal, never via links in messages. Second, only use verified contact numbers from the hospital's website. Third, monitor your credit reports for new collection entries. Fourth, require a written debt validation letter from any collection agency before acknowledging or paying. Finally, document every step and remain persistent. Now, we'll recap the journey and ensure you can act confidently if this happens to you. Here is a concise Markdown-style cheat sheet you can copy or save. It highlights fast actions, common red flags, and must-do tasks. Start by using the trusted portal and capturing evidence. Use the switchboard to reach finance or patient accounts. Watch for urgent payment demands or unfamiliar links and numbers, especially when balances don't match your portal. Always check all 3 credit bureaus, demand a validation letter from collectors, and document everything. To close, let's summarize the key points and your next steps. In summary, scammers exploit the confusion caused by hospital bankruptcies and acquisitions. Your golden rule is to verify independently and never click payment links in messages. Use 3 pillars for verification: the official portal, the main switchboard, and your credit reports. If a collector reaches out, demand a written debt validation letter first. Keep thorough records, remain persistent, and escalate when necessary. Finally, let's close with a quick thank you and how you can support this channel. Thank you for watching. If you found this helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to help others protect themselves from medical debt scams. Drop your experiences or questions in the comments. What tactics have you seen, and what worked for you? Your insights can help someone else avoid a costly mistake. Until next time, stay vigilant and verify before you click.